Port Jervis, and welcome to the Port Center Spotlight Podcast. It is Teacher Appreciation Week, and we are having a number of teachers on, and we are starting with the esteemed, the famous, and the super energetic, super positive Trish Halpenny. Good morning, Miss Halpenny.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Not that you didn't have a lot going on this week. Not that there wasn't anything going on. But you are our first guest to celebrate Teacher Appreciation Week, so welcome.
Thank you so much for asking me. It's an honor, especially this week. Thank you.
Yeah, lots going on. It is the Port Jervis Middle School drama show this week. Newsies this Friday and Saturday. We're having a preview show this afternoon.
Yes.
Trish is making history here. The first person on the podcast twice in one day.
2 times. That's a lot of help.
Yeah. I'll have to wait till I get the bill for this, you know. But Trish, introduce yourself. Many here in our community certainly know you, but say hello for our viewers that don't know you, and then we'll get rolling.
All right. So I am Trish Halpenny. I have been teaching for 25 years. 25.
You want to hit that?
Oh, yeah, I'll hit it. 25, yes.
Wow.
I love it. I teach, I was at ASK forever, and then I started this year doing 1 period at the middle school in the morning, which I love. We were just chatting about how awesome I love teaching that first period. And I do the vocal directing at the middle school show and assistant directing, and I just keep myself as busy as I can.
Yeah, you were busy, high energy. So were you class of 97, Port grad? So were you in the musicals and all of that with Mike Pacer and Elvira? Were you like in the mix with them?
I was. So I played trombone forever.
Okay.
Mr. Pacer used to call me the rhythm meister because I was really good at rhythms. I did all county, all state, all Eastern for my voice vocally. So I was in all Eastern when I was a senior, and I did the musical only 1 year. Only my senior year, I did Peter Pan. That was my only musical.
By your choice? You didn't go out for it previously?
Couple previous times. And, casting is hard. So I always tell my kids, just because you don't get in, you should keep going for it because you never know. Wow. So I was cast senior year in Peter Pan as one of the Lost Boys. And vocally, I did everything. I was singing, and then I played my trombone and was very involved in the music program. Very involved.
Yeah,
yes.
they were great for so many years.
Yes.
And if you're watching live, jump in and say hello. Thank you, Miss Grosso, for watching.
Hi, guys.
Many Port Jervians tuning in. It's great. So let's start there, Tricia. Again, 97. You were again involved with the music senior year. Did you know at that point, kind of like, I want to go into education. I want to go into music. You went to the Crane School of Music.
Yes.
That is huge at SUNY Potsdam.
Yes.
So clearly you knew you wanted to go into music. Tell me about that decision senior year into SUNY Potsdam.
Yes. So interestingly enough, I did not want to be a music teacher until high school. I wanted to be a heart surgeon. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And then I got into high school, and the Pacers just showed me what I was capable of. And I loved working with my peers. I loved to help them. I loved to practice rhythms with them. I just became a bit of a leader, I would say, in the music department, And all of a sudden, freshman year, I was like, oh my goodness, I think I'm going to be a music teacher. I think that's what I want to do. But I always wanted to sing.
Yeah.
So my dad and I would sing at all of our concerts that we had. We had these pop concerts, and my dad would come and he would play the guitar for me and I would sing. Oh. So I was always performing, but I always knew deep down inside I wanted to teach other people how to love music like I did.
Yeah. Wow. That's really cool. Again, a lot of people tuning in. Hi, Miss Dunning. Hello, Miss Ashcraft. Thank you for tuning in. One of our most enthusiastic, connected, energizing teachers. If you see her teach, you see her interact with the kids. There's hugs, there's smiles, there's laughs. I remember doing your observation a couple of years ago. You were so sick. You were coughing. You were like, no, come in. Come in. And we still did it. Yeah.
So we did it. You got to keep going.
The show must go on.
That's right.
Trish, going back to your about the drama, so many kids, right? They're finding their way through schools. They try out for this team. They don't make it, and then they kind of go in a different direction, or this doesn't work out, and they don't do it again.
Yeah.
You wanted to be in the musicals. It didn't go your way, but you stayed at it, and you got in your senior year. Tell me what that meant to you, kind of going forward, because now you're so involved in all the musicals and all the plays and all of that. Tell me about that decision to keep at it.
when you really love something and it doesn't go your way the first time, you just keep trying, right? So when these kids try out for sports or for musicals, and maybe they're not right for that team or right for that cast, but if they truly love it, they just keep working and they keep going. And I feel that's what I did. I was more of a singer and an instrumentalist who really wanted to perform. And I just didn't have that. Maybe I didn't have the right training for it or wasn't right for the shows, but I did not give up and I kept on going. And then senior year, I was cast in Peter Pan. Then I went to college and I did a few shows there. And then I came home to the community and did a ton of shows with Presby. City Stage I've been involved in. Me and my girls, Trish and Janet, Trish Taub and Janet Prundle, did a little sister act together in the community. So I never gave up because it's what I truly loved.
Yeah.
And I love to sing, but I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to become a character. And then I wanted to use that experience to teach our students, because I always feel that the best teachers also have some experience in what they're teaching.
Yes.
So how am I going to teach kids to be on stage if I don't know what it's like? And that includes acting, singing, dancing, stage crew, and all of that. And if you don't have that experience, then who are you to tell them,
Great point there. Great point. Doing something you love, but actually having done it as well. Yeah. Trish, I used to host the college kids back every year as high school principal, and they talk about their experiences. And so many of the seniors or returning, would tell the seniors and thank the Miss Casaras, the Jim Santoses, because they were ready for that college chemistry class. They were ready for that college math class because Deb and Jim were so hard. So many of our teachers, preparing them. So did you feel prepared at Potsdam after being with Mike and Elvira and the music program? Were there things like you like, oh yeah, I did this with Mr. Pacer? Did you feel prepared when you got to Potsdam?
I did. I felt prepared to get into Potsdam. It was a rude awakening for some things, because I feel like in music, you can never be fully prepared. There's always something new to learn. But for getting into the program and having that basis for the music education program, I felt absolutely prepared. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Yes, absolutely.
And then from there, like, you've been teaching 25 years. You're only 34 years old. I don't know how she did that, but so did you get a job right out of college then back here at ASK?
No, I actually was hired at Minisink. Yeah. Yes, okay. I was actually hired before I graduated.
Get out.
I was. It was awesome. They were amazing, and I worked there for 5 years. I finished out the year subbing for them, and then I taught at the middle school for 5 years with my very dear friend Miss Carreri, and we're back together again. Yeah. So yeah, I had 5 years at Minisink Middle School, and then I came home because I always wanted to come home.
When you were at Minisink, I know you were all in there, but where you kind of had one eye, like looking over, you were dating Minisink, but you really wanted to marry Port. Was that from the start?
That's actually really good. That's actually really good, because that's so true. I wanted to come home. Wow. And thank goodness Dr. Bell knew I wanted to come home, and the opportunity came up, and here I am, 20 years later.
He's always recruiting.
Oh, he is, yes.
He's always recruiting. Yeah. Thanks for jumping in the chat, friends. So many people tuning in. Hey, Miss Estenez.
Hi, Mom.
This is your mom?
That's my mom.
Mrs. Eckert.
Yes.
I was going to ask you your maiden name, Eckert.
Eckert, yes.
Yeah. And there's other Eckerts here, right?
My brother and his wife are over in Matamoros. So they still have the last name Eckert, yes. Okay. But the rest, my sister and I got married, but we're always Eckerts.
Hi there, Mom. Mom, was she this energetic as a student and as a young lady? Did she have this much positive energy?
Don't talk about home, Mom.
Yeah. Trish, talking off air, one of the stories you shared was that you tried out for Broadway, right? There's music teachers who perform music, and then there's performers who teach music. Tell me about that experience trying out and then saying, hey, maybe this ain't for me.
Yes, that was a very eye-opening experience. I drove myself down to audition for Grease, and I was very young, and it was Grease. Yes, I wanted it to be Marty so badly. I had a gorgeous little outfit on, but I walked into that room, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't belong here. It was very eye-opening to me. I did my best. I did the audition, and granted, if I would have gotten a part, this story could have ended differently. But I did leave that audition saying, I love to perform. This is not the life for me. I want to teach kids to be ready to go and do this. I want to be the one who helps people who have that in them to go to these, what we call cattle calls, because it was that, and be ready for it. So I left knowing that I want to perform and I want to sing, but I more want to be the one to prepare other people for that. Yeah.
Trish, was it like in the musicals when the play is happening and then it like stops and the light goes on the person and you could almost hear their thinking? Was it like that for you in that moment? You were like, this ain't for me. Did it feel like that?
It did. I heard a lot of young people like me, because I was very young then. I heard a lot of people saying, I only have peanut butter in my cabinet. I lost hours at my waitressing job. I have to pick them up some other time. I'm living like day by day. And I just knew that I was not the person who had the strength to do that. And bless everyone who does, because that is a tough gig. And I mean, I'm proud to know a couple people on Broadway right now, and they're there. They're all in. They're good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me. Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't for me.
Well, I think you found the right spot. She's so great here, what she does, so many positive comments here. Yes, Mr. Popolo, she is the best.
Hi, buddy.
It's just so great to be around you, Trish, and see the work you're doing. And we were joking off air, watching her, Mr. Harris, Miss Prundle, Miss Valentine in the booth in the back. When the show's happening, they're singing, they're smiling, they're kind of showing the kids back there. But your enthusiasm, Trish, it's just so you want to be around you, Thank you for that.
I hope that's the legacy I'll leave.
Yeah, we bring in the enthusiasm.
Yes.
Well, this didn't take away your enthusiasm, but you hit a roadblock here recently, and you shared that we can talk about it. But you were diagnosed with cancer here last year, 2 years ago.
Just October of this 2024.
It
was just October. Actually, the official date was November 11th that I was officially diagnosed. Yes,
Wow.
Veterans Day. Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell me about that and working through that, because I mean that's a big deal.
It is. And last year was very difficult for me as we were going through tons of changes here.
Yeah.
And, my job as I knew it was changing. My school that I'd been in forever, I was leaving. And then the building, we were waiting for the building to be done. And it was just a lot. And then
A
a lot of stress.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, oh, you're fine. You're just stressed. You don't know what's happening.
You were feeling tired?
I
feeling
was.
that yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
I realized some of those things that I were saying were stress were really probably something brewing inside of me. But from that day, I realized that, a lot of things changed. And some of them were good for me. So I always thought I had to be number one. I had to be the best at everything. I had to do everything. I had to be in charge. The new thing we've been saying is I had to be the chief. And what that taught me was I had to slow down and give other people a chance to be the chief and just be their really good soldier.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the role that cancer has forced me to take. I missed a lot of time with the kids, which was really hard, not being here for them. I missed my winter concert. Shout out to Mr. Real for taking that on, and Miss Carol for all your help. It was really hard to not be here directing them. And with the show, I mean, ASK Performing Arts ended, and I thought I would try to do something here, and then life had a different idea for me.
Yeah.
But being able to still work on the middle school show with my amazing team over there has been a blessing. Every time I'm out, people are so supportive. I cannot say enough about my staff here at East Main and the middle school. I mean, here they are welcoming me at the middle school for one period this year. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to be out for a while. And they've been incredible. And of course, my principals here are just amazing, and they get a huge shout out as well. But yeah, it taught me that after 25 years of teaching, I can let someone else maybe try to step up and do some more things. It doesn't always have to be about me. I know that's a shocker. It doesn't always have to be about me. I'm waiting for Mom to comment on that one.
Well, good. I'm so happy you're healthy and recovered.
Yes.
Are you fully recovered? Where are you on your journey with this?
So I'm not fully recovered. I have my treatments end on June 23rd. And I was telling Mr. Murata, my treatment ends on June 23rd, and I'm getting on a plane the last day of school and going to Disney. So I'm very excited about that. They can't declare me cancer-free until, you have those scans and the blood work to show for a certain amount of time. But for me, that last treatment is a big deal, and I'm going to celebrate it. So yeah.
Wow. Trish Halpenny, friends, we do wish her the best there. Trish, in addition to the music and the work you're doing here, your family, I mean, God, these kids, Shout out to your husband, Kevin, the voice of the Raiders, football Raiders.
Yes, hi, honey.
He's incredible. I mean, he won an Emmy or a Grammy with that call at the end of the game.
I know he's gonna be famous.
But your children, Noah, 8th grader, and your daughter Natalie, they're no stranger to the stages here and the podcast.
Yes.
Talk to me about your family and being the mom of these amazing children. And yeah.
It's awesome. It's not easy. I mean, it is not easy raising children, especially teenagers, but they are incredible. They are hardworking. They're involved in so much. Noah he did bowling, he did soccer, he's been on stage, he's starring in Newsies as Jack Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Jordan, if you're watching, call me. He's also playing baseball for senior league. He quit baseball for quite some time, and then he decided to come back to it. And he's had a great couple of years, improving every second. He plays with George Cheshire for Port Jervis Senior League, and he just loves every second of it. And Natalie keeps me super busy because we started this cheer gym together, and we are together all the time. She's a competitive cheerleader. She is on stage. She just did all county chorus. And they're doing well in school for the most part. She's my daughter and she talks a lot, so she gets in trouble. That was a shout out to all her teachers. There you go. So yeah, they keep us really, really busy. But it's amazing. My friends and I always say, like, we're running around like crazy right now, but we're going to miss it when they don't need us to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. All the things they want to do, I'll take it.
And Noah's about to kind of step out of the mom bubble. He'll go into high school next year, high school sports, high school drama. Are you ready for that? You okay with that? Are you holding on? Is he running? What's that look like?
With him, he's always been ready to just go. Yeah. He's ready. It's wonderful to watch him grow. It's sad, but he's always been ready. He is ready to get into high school. He's ready. He wants to do all this stuff in high school. He knows what he wants to do when he gets older. He is just very focused. Yeah. So he's ready. It's hard to watch him grow up, but so awesome to see what he's capable of. Amazing.
Well, come see Noah, come see Natalie. This Friday and Saturday is Newsies. We're going to be on the air again today at 3:00 there. But the Halpennies are just wonderful people. Trish, let's shift gears a little bit. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. Obviously, when you have a bunch of kids who want to be in the musical, who want to be there, it's easier.
Yes.
When I talked to Mr. Hysiak and Mr. Higgins, when the kids want to be in tech, it's a little easier. Wow. What about those kids that don't want to sing or they don't want to play an instrument and you're trying to get them to sing and they don't want to be there? How do you reach that kid?
So that's, for me, teaching general music for all these years. It was kind of easy at the elementary level, and 6th graders as elementary students, I never really had a hard time. I don't know if it was the way I approached it or if I just said something right that they would try anything. Yeah.
Well, you make it fun too. There is a great energy.
I try. Yes,
make it fun.
I do. Yeah. I try, and I have off days. My students will tell you. But this year, this is a great way to talk about this, is teaching general music in the middle school. So I only have the 6th graders who are not in band and chorus. So each marking period, I've had a different group of 6th graders who are not in band and chorus, and they didn't want to sing or play instruments. That's why they're with me. And every marking period, we have sung We Are the World. We have done rhythm. They're creating rhythms. They're doing rhythmic dictation. They are reading notes. They're playing pianos. We have rollout pianos. They are learning about all different styles of music. And it's not easy for me. That's the thing I love most about this year is that is not easy for me.
Yeah.
Because they are in middle school and they don't want to do this, and they're not mixed in with the kids who want to, so they can't hide behind them. And it has been a challenge, and I have brought out all my tricks, and so far they've worked. So far, but it's a challenge to get them to try. Put yourself out there.
Do you see kids that weren't in band and chorus that you had as 6th graders like signing up for? Are they switching over? Do you get any kids that then get into the music track?
Yes, we had one in my second marking period, I believe it was, who said to me, Mrs. Halpenny, I really want to do chorus now. Can you help me? And I reached out to my girl, Mrs. Cross.
Ran her down the hallway.
I was like, this girl wants to join chorus. And I believe she made it happen for her. Yeah. So they do realize, maybe I should have given it a chance. And you don't have to be in band and chorus, sure. But that you want them all to have that experience and love it. Even if they're with me or if they're in band and chorus, just to say, hey, that was a great time, and I learned something.
Trish, you're only 34 years old, so you have a couple more years to go. But the Port Jervis retirement party is going to be this June. I like going to them. I hear the stories.
Yes.
What do you want people to say about you when that year comes for you and there's a party? I know there'll be music. What do you want people to say about you?
That's an amazing question, because my best friend Jenny has made me go, not made me, but has encouraged me to go with her every year. And I love going to the retirement party as well.
Yeah.
And I always end up talking. I don't know how that happens, but I always end up talking last minute.
You're very shy.
I know, I'm so
shy. It's difficult for you. Yeah.
And I always end up telling a story about the person who I worked with and something that I remember about them. So for myself, I really, truly hope that it is said about me that I was a really good colleague, that I was here for the kids, that I love this district and I would do anything to make this district not necessarily look better, but be what it can be. And I really, truly hope that I will be remembered as a positive person, someone who makes Port Jervis a better place, even a little bit, and just someone who is going to be remembered fondly by everyone.
You are doing those things, right? You can't want people to say those things about you, but then not do them. And you are doing them. So we have a little gift for you. This is a Port Pride coin. So I'm going to take it out of its cute little case here. Trish has a lot of Port Pride as a graduate, as a teacher, as a mom here. So it says, thank you for showing your Port Pride. Be responsible, be respectful, be kind, be honest, and be involved. And again, Trish certainly models that.
Thank you so much.
And here's a little Port Pride there. So that's for you.
Thank you.
And here's a Port sticker, right? You have Port Pride, but this is Teacher Appreciation Week, so we got to do it a little bit better. So you got the kid and the big dog here. So
I love it.
That's for you also. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy to support our teachers this week, and reaching out to one. We're gonna have one from each school come on here. So Jen Elston will be on tomorrow.
Excellent.
Melissa Haight from HBE, and then Mr. Dunleavy.
Excellent.
On Friday from the high school. So happy to promote them. So Trish, we say hashtag Port Pride. We say go Port, but we also say hashtag support, capital PORT, the arts. What does that mean to you when you see that? Because you're certainly a supporter of it, but what does that mean for you to see support the arts?
That is probably one of the most important things for us to see, especially for our children. So when you put on a musical or you get ready for a concert, there's a ton of work that goes into it. And to know that people are coming to see these performances, sharing these things on Facebook, showing up for these kids. That's, to me, the most important, is showing up for the kids, not for me, not for my colleagues, but showing up for the kids. That's how you support the arts, cheering them on, being at the show, sharing their information online. That's how you support the arts in my mind, showing up for those kids. Yeah.
It's so awesome. And the past few shows too, the kids have been in the audiences. They've come around, and you did it with the little the middle school musical too, right? Did they come through the stands? I don't know. It seems like it's happened a bunch of times.
We have a lot going on in those aisles. Yes. So if you're going to see Newsies, clear those aisles. Yes.
Don't put your drink down.
Don't put your drink. No.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Awesome. Trish, anything else you want to say before we go? I know we have kids coming to the door any minute here.
I know. Oh my goodness, it's getting time. I'm just very, very grateful to everyone who I work with, all of the teachers that we work with, and to you for inviting me on to talk about it. And I'm just really blessed that this year has gone the way it's gone for me. And that's because of the amazing people that I work with. It really is. People talk a lot about working for Port Jervis, and it is true. There's no place like Port Jervis. They come together, we come together for each other, and it's a blessing. It really is. Yeah.
Awesome. Trish, what would you say to that high schooler or that college kid who maybe is thinking about education, but they saw COVID, they see the stress sometimes of the teachers, less people are becoming teachers, but what would you say to that kid that maybe is on the fence?
Do it. I will never regret going into education. And I know I'm very young, but I've been only 34, but I've been a part of this for 25 years, and I've seen the ups and downs, but that at the end of the day, when I see what these kids are capable of doing. And when these children, I just saw a senior he moved to DV, but he was ours.
Okay.
And he delivered food to our cheer party.
Ah,
And I didn't recognize him at first. And when he
who's this
came
grown
up to
man?
me, Griffin, if you're watching,
Who's this grown
I
man?
know, I was like, oh my goodness. And he came up to me and he hugged me and he remembered what we did. And I made a difference to him, whether it was a little bit. So if you're thinking of being a teacher and you have the strength to focus only on making a difference for the children and trying to just get through any of the other obstacles, do it, because we need more teachers like that. We need more teachers who are truly here for the children. That's what it's about. Yes, we get paid. Yes, we have summers off. I totally understand that. But that is not why we're here. We are here for these children. And when you see their faces and you see them accomplish something, that is why we do it. And that is why you should go into it.
Trish, you had a heck of a few weeks here getting ready. Newsies this weekend, Friday 7, Saturday 1 and 7. Can you separate mom and the vocal director, the teacher? Can you separate when you're watching your kids on the stage, or is it all one big happy bowl of spaghetti and pasta? Like, is it all mixed, or can you step out of being the teacher for a moment and be mom?
I can do that usually by our opening night. But I will tell you, I've never officially sat and watched my children perform because I'm constantly, in director, vocal director mode. But last year and this year, there are times where I do get lost as a mom. And there's one specific part in Newsies where if you look back at me, there will be a puddle. So yes. So at the show, I do get to be mom for a second. Yes.
Here's our alarm here going off.
There it is.
I will say, Mr. Noah and Mom, you talk about watching kids. And I think it was one of the fall shows. What do you call those? Cabaret? What do you call them?
We did this year's a musical review. Yeah.
So Noah sang that Waving Through the Window.
Yes.
And like, I got goosebumps in it. That is in my little reflection music I listen to, quiet time. And I think of Noah, but he impacted me because he brought that song into my life. And he sang it. So.
Yeah.
Good.
That was hard. Like I said, a puddle back there. Yeah. So
that's a hard song.
Hard.
Yeah.
I always say my children have more talent in their pinky than I could ever dream of having. That's it. That's all. I thought I had some talent. No, these two put me to shame every day, both of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to when you go to the show, just during the show, just turn around and just look back at the booth. I always sit off to the right side. I watch the kids, but I certainly watch the adults because it's their, there's no bonuses. There's no, she not getting a bonus check on Sunday, but the bonus is watching them do it. And to see the adults watching them do it is like, it's just a nice thing. Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
You can tell.
And me and Mrs. Prudhomme, Mrs. Valentine, we all have the same heart, it feels like. So, we'll all be sobbing and laughing and smiling all at the same time together. And it's just amazing to be there with them.
Support the arts this week, and let's support our teachers this week, Teacher Appreciation Week. Again, 3 more teachers coming on. Happy to do this. And but I hear them, Trish. They're coming.
They're coming.
If we don't open the door, it's going to be like, they're going to be coming through. So
banging it down.
We got to roll. Leave Trish a positive comment in there. She continues to show up even through her cancer treatment. So thank you for all the friends and family who supported Trish and through this. And but good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for
afternoon.
Watching. Yes, I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you, my friends.
More Pride in Action. Trish Halpenny. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here. Let's get this queued up. You know how we end the shows here, Miss Halpenny. So how about a go port?
Go port.
Bam. Thanks, everybody.